Hello, Muroc families. Trevor Walker, Assistant Superintendent here this week. Sorry for the late video. Hopefully here shortly we're going to try and shift back into our normal cadence and release these on Mondays, but the last few weeks we've just been a little bit behind, so I do apologize for that. In the next few weeks, there are two programs we're looking to spotlight. The first is the Airframe and Power Plant program. That is a career technical education program that's offered at Desert and Boron. And that program is a way for students to get hands-on experience working on aircraft and engines and really building a pretty intense technical base. One thing we learned here in meetings this last week is that the industry is starved for folks who have any experience, and it's very basic experience is all they're looking for. And as long as you have those very basic skills, things like wiring nuts, and there's a whole list of other things they talked about that I don't understand fully what it is, but it all sounded pretty easy to be taught. If you have those skills, while it's not guaranteed, you're almost guaranteed a job, and it's a job that pays pretty well. You're looking at something around $20 an hour starting pay. So it's a great opportunity for students where perhaps they're not sure if they want to go to college, or maybe they want to take some time off and just work. They can go straight into a career, and that's a career where you're making $20 an hour and you have full benefits. So it's a great program for students. Even if you're planning to go to college, it's still a great program. It's still a great skill set if you're want to go in towards aeronautical engineering or engineering as a whole. The other program we'll be spotlighting is our junior high sports program. So not every district offers junior high sports. Our district does, and we'd like to bring on one of the coaches that's really spearheaded that, pushed for it, advocated for those sports. So those are two programs to see some more information on here in the next few weeks. Next thing we'll talk about, I want to thank everyone for everyone who did and helped participate in the Great Shakeout. This is an exercise we do every year, and it's a good reminder that the district does perform different exercises and scenarios and practices and drills throughout the year. We do our best to partner with agencies wherever we have that opportunity. And every year we try and partner with someone new or expand the exercises and the drills to make them a little bit more relevant, a little bit better practiced. So again, for all those that helped participate with that, thank you. For anyone on campus, you got to see how that works. Next, I want to just put a big shout out to anyone who is looking for work. Districts, us especially, but any surrounding districts, there is a great need right now for a lot of the entry-level positions. So campus aides, those are the ones who walk around the campus during breaks and mornings and other times to help ensure students are being safe and just monitor the campuses. We're also looking for instructional aides. Instructional aides are the ones that are in the classrooms. They're there to help support the teachers. They work with the students. Very often they're tied to a student or tied to a group of students to provide that additional support. And last, we do have teaching positions open. If you are interested in applying or just perusing what we have, go to edjoin.org. And I'll put that link here in the description of this video, but just go click it, follow it. Our district and most districts throughout the state, and actually throughout many states now, utilize that website, and it's edjoin.org. So please, if you're looking or you're just curious, it's a great opportunity to go through and look. And for us as a district, we really look, the entry-level jobs are one of the best ways to get into the district. You start with those entry-level jobs, and it makes it much easier for you to move and promote into jobs with more hours, higher pay, things of that nature. The other thing I wanted to talk about this week, it's a question we got recently, and it's a question on what is residency when you are looking to bring your student to a district. So we recently had someone ask the question. They asked, why is it I cannot bring my students to Muroc even though I work on Edwards? And the answer is you can. So there's two basic residencies. The first is you live there. So if you live within a district's boundaries, you can go to those schools. You can work, if you live in the boundaries, you can go to those schools no matter where you work. The other way to be considered a resident is if you work within the boundaries. So we have many people in the district who live in other communities, but because they work on Edwards or they work at Rio Tinto, they choose to bring their students to those schools. They choose to bring them to Bailey Branch Desert or West Boron or Boron. There's other ways. There's things such as interdistrict transfers where you don't work or reside in that boundary. That gets a little bit more complicated. But for those that do work, especially on Edwards Air Force Base, which is where we had that question, you can move your student to that school and be considered a resident of the district because you work within those boundaries. So hopefully that clears up the handful of people that watch the videos that also had that question. But for anyone watching this video, and if you have folks that have ever asked that question, that is how those two residency work. So you either work or live in the district boundaries, and you are now considered a resident of the district. That's all I have for this week. A short video. Again, apologize for being a bit late. We will work very hard to get back on our regular schedule. So with that, have a great rest of your week, and we will talk to you hopefully on Monday. Have a good one.